All right, we're back with Dark Void. So you guys can see that I'm coming on to the second part of the of this mission right here. So we've got transport ships that are coming in, and we're going into the on-foot portion. So I'm just going to strafe these guys a little bit with my jetpack gun, take out a couple of them, and then switch into hover mode. So you guys can see that there's sort of a seamless transition between the flight modes of the game, the on-foot portions of the game. You know, this is the kind of thing that we didn't want people to like feel like, okay, I've got a jetpack, but the gameplay is really segmented and it doesn't feel really cohesive. That was really why we were, you know, in addition to like, you know, implementing the hover up feature, we spent all that extra time that we got, you know, really trying to make this a good cohesive gameplay experience for people. So you guys can see I'm using the hover up mode, and it actually allows me to like gain some altitude, and you see that it's every time I like gain altitude, it actually drains my my hover meter, my boost meter just a little bit. And if I can manage it properly, I can actually stay in the air indefinitely. So with this type of like gameplay feature, you know, it really changed the way that the on-foot battles unfolded. So, I mean, once again, you know, we're giving players a lot of different things they can use. You know, if you want, you can play this game like Gears. It is a cover-based, third-person cover-based shooter. So you can play this game sort of like Gearsy and, you know, move from cover piece to cover piece. But what I like to say is that, you know, Dark Void actually kind of moves at 300 miles per hour, just like the jetpack. So we kind of give you the opportunity of, you know, we don't necessarily want you to just always play the game like Gears and, you know, move slowly from place to place. We kind of want you to, you know, kind of go crazy, use the jetpack, use the guns, come in behind guys, get close enough to them, use the hover pack and come in close, melee a guy if you can get in close enough to him, back off, get your bearings straight, and this guy's got a sniper rifle, as you can see, so he's being a little bit of a threat. Let's see if I can take him out and drop in for a melee attack like that. So, you know, this is the kind of gameplay that we're kind of promising with Dark Void. Very different from like a lot of the other third-person cover-based shooters that are on the market. You can kind of see you can play it like those, but you can't really, in games like Gears, you can't really jump in the air and use a jetpack. So one of the other things that we've kind of noticed in doing all our play tests and stuff is, you know, we're trying to make sure that players actually use the jetpack. You know, as silly as it sounds, you're like, oh, you gave someone a jetpack, of course they'd use it, right? Yeah, people aren't really used to using a jetpack in games like that. Oh, nice achievement. People aren't used to using a jetpack, right? You wouldn't think you'd have to like force players in order to like, you know, play the really cool parts of your game. But people are used to playing games a certain way, and you know, it's like we really have to kind of reveal to players, okay, remember, there's this really cool thing you bought the game for. Let me show you how you can make it awesome. So as you guys saw a second ago, I just unlocked an achievement, and achievements are one of the main ways, achievements and trophies are one of the main ways that we're kind of enticing players to use the jetpack, to use the hover pack, and to play this game in as cool a manner as you could. So I just took out that second wave of enemies. There's a third wave of enemies that are coming in right now. You can see this third transport that's coming in. And I need to take out this third group of enemies that are coming in and prevent them from destroying this final fuel pump. So the portion of this mission actually has an additional level right after this. If you guys have seen other walkthroughs, other portions of the game, we have this enemy called the Archon. So there's a big scorpion-like creature that you know, when the player first encounters him, it's a big deal. You know, it's like literally a mini boss that you run into. So one of the things I promised people before is that, well, you know, you've run into one of these guys now, but you're going to run into multiple ones of these later in the game. And this is one of those levels where literally you'll be running into multiple Archons and fighting them off as they're trying to destroy the Ark. It's hectic battle in the skies, and once again, you know, by the time players get to this portion of the game, which is pretty far in, you should be fairly seasoned, and this should be a fun, hectic, manic experience for everybody. And I'm taking out the last of these enemies that are coming at me right here. Oh, this guy just threw a grenade at me. Let me use my hover up, move out of this. And you guys can see, like, adding the hover up feature, like, adds an additional maneuverability to the game that we previously didn't have before. So let me see if I can come up behind this guy, get rid of him. Let's back up. And you know, previously, like I said, you know, the hover up features literally just changed the way the game actually plays. So I can actually come in, get into better position behind these guys, back out of these dudes. This dude literally loves throwing grenades at me right now. Take out the last of these guys. And there we go. So guys, that was Dark Void. We're coming out on PS3, 360, and PC, January 12th, 2010.